Welcome to my how-to video. I'm going to show you how to clean the air vents on a laptop. That's my workspace. On a good day, it's usually covered in paperwork. That's not what you want. You want a clean workspace with nothing on it except the tools you're going to be working with and the materials that you're going to be fixing. So now we have a cleaner environment. Let's have a closer look. Compressed air. Tea towel, keep your hands clean. Laptop. Kind of little brushy thing. My main screwdriver. A mini set that costs probably 50 cents. Piece of plastic for in case you have to scratch at anything, which you shouldn't have to. It won't damage the metal. Pen for notes. Post-it pad. Couple of cleaning wipes that are designed for electronic stuff. Two nice pieces of sticky tape, so any screws you take out, you can stick them on here. Actually, it's not a bad idea to put the laptop on a tea towel. Stops you scratching the case. Okay, so now we're going to take the back off. First thing you have to do is take the battery out. There's a little lock there. You will see there's a little battery symbol on the back of the computer. It shows locked and unlocked. Pop that up. Little piece of plastic's handy for that. You can't really get it out with your fingernails. Battery out of the way. If you've got any peripherals plugged in, like a memory stick or something from a camera, take those out as well, just to be on the safe side. And the first thing I've noticed, having turned this over, is the state of the mesh filter on the back. If you have a look at that, you can probably see that about 1/3 of that filter is completely blocked. So this clearly needs a clean. Now all you have to do is undo these screws on the back. All the hot parts are pretty much underneath here. Hottest parts, I should say. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then a deeply embedded screw down here. It goes right through to the chassis. 4. There's a little thing to put your fingernail in, or in my case a little piece of plastic. It's kind of hinged. You'll see on the back here there's 3 little teeth. So just remember that when you're putting it back in, you have to put those teeth in first. So put that over there. Don't even really need to take the screws out of the top of it. Can if you want to. I'm just going to leave them in. Got sticky tape here if you want to put the screws down. Now, here's your fan, here's your heatsink. These are all the hot parts. The RAM, the graphics card is in here, facing down the opposite way. The graphics card is here. This is the very hottest part in this computer because it's a very powerful graphics card. The processor is here, facing downwards onto another piece of copper, just like this. Draws the heat away from the graphics card, here, and from the processor here. Back round to the fan. The fan's blowing cold air on the copper. The whole point is the copper conducts heat very well. So this really does need to be kept clean. So there's 3 little screws here in the fan. Undo those. 1, 2, 3. So I'm doing this very quickly. I'm not recommending that you do it this quickly, but I have done it before. I would take these screws out because they're actually very, very small and very easy to lose. So just drop those 3 out. Nearly lost one. Here it is. So really small. And I'll stick those on the tape so they're not going anywhere. The fan's actually quite clean. Now when you use your compressed air, if you have to shake it and blow it out, you probably see some moisture will pop out the end. Yeah, so it's meant to blow clear. Do that every time you use it, because otherwise you end up blowing moisture into the back of your computer, which is not great. Blow in here as well. Don't blow directly onto these electronic panels. You're not doing any good by doing that, and you're potentially just smearing them with moisture. So the other piece you have to look at, we've done the fan, we've cleaned inside here, is there's an outlet fan. Right here, that's the outlet fan. The inlet fan, the inlet vent, I should say, is on the back here. It sucks the air in. So your computer needs to be kept somewhere clean, really, dust-free, or as near to dust-free as you can get. Tabletop's fine. Just wipe it down every now and again, lift the laptop and wipe it down, because it's sucking anything that's on this tabletop into the back of your computer, and as you can see it's basically sucking it into all the most important working parts, electronic parts, and then it blows the air back out here, and what often happens is all the crap gets sucked in the back and it gets blown up against these vents right here, and it gets stuck there, it can't get out, and then what happens is the hot air that's supposed to be blowing out of your computer is blowing around inside the chassis. So the whole point is to cool down the innards of your computer, and it often ends up not doing that. It just gets hotter and hotter, and they sometimes end up shutting down, and if you're very unlucky, just burning up. So same thing again, make sure all the moisture's gone. Stick it down the back here near the vent. You can see that all just popped straight out the vent at the back. The same from the outside. Make sure there's no moisture coming out. There, job done. Now all we need to do is screw that back in. This one's actually surprisingly clean. I think I cleaned it last at Christmas. But the difference between my laptop and probably your laptop is mine actually gets used at home as a desktop. So I've only taken it away from this desk once in probably 3 or 4 months. Whereas yours probably gets carried around in a dusty old bag from time to time. Spends a bit of time outside. Sits on many different desktops, not all of them particularly clean. So, third screw back in. Back on. One, two, oops, 3, 4. Good old test. Let's just do that. Sometimes you'd be surprised one of the screws actually hasn't threaded at all. Battery back in, it's also got the teeth on it. So that's the kind of hinged end. Make sure you put that in first. Click it back in. It locks automatically. It's got like a spring lock. Turn it over. Hopefully it starts back up. Hold your uncle. There you go. How to clean your air vents and prolong the life of your computer and stop it overheating. Thanks for watching.